Good day, everyone, wherever and whatever time you are listening to us. First of all, thank you to join us for orientation of ACA ICAEW Advanced Level. We are going for ICAEW Advanced Level orientation, and that is for July 2025 exams basically. Let's discuss the contents, what we are going to talk about in our today's session. What we are going to do, first of all, we will be having an idea why you need to go for the ICAEW. If you hold any academic qualification or professional qualification or certification, then why you need to go for ICAEW. Once you decide you have to go for ICAEW, then what should be the structure? What is the structure, qualification structure, how many exams you have to appear, and what you need to move on. Then we will talk about corporate reporting. That is the first exam of advanced level. Then we will talk about data analytics. What is data analytics? What is advanced information? How we can use it. Then we will discuss another exam of advanced level, that is strategic business management, known as SPM. We will discuss what is the structure, what is the syllabus, what is the exam pattern of these exams, corporate reporting, and then strategic business management. Next, we will discuss how students fail, why students are going to fail out this exam, what are the common reasons of failure. Then we will talk about how we are going to study just to make sure that we qualify our exam and we are among the successful people. Next, we will talk about tutor's feedback. What is tutor feedback? Like how I am going to mark out your exams, your assignments, past papers, each and everything. Then we will be talking about the pass rates. What are the pass rates of previous attempts, of last four attempts basically. And then finally, we will close our session by having a question and answer overview as well. So I will be taking up questions from all of you and then answer you accordingly. First of all, let's talk about portfolio, because apart from ICAEW, we are also offering numerous professional qualifications and certifications as well. Just having a short overview and then we will move on. What we are offering basically, we are offering ACA, ICAEW, Institute of Chartered Accountant of England and Wales. ICAEW has 3 levels and we are offering tuition. We are providing you guidance for all of these 3 levels basically. As I am a tutor for advanced level and some of the exams of professional level, so I will be teaching you those subjects. Rest of the subjects would be taught by my other worthy colleagues. Then we are also offering ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, all of the papers. FIA, Foundation in Accountancy, that is a prerequisite initial course before starting ACCA in some circumstances. We are also offering that. Then we are also offering CMA USA, Certified Management Accountants. CMA has 2 levels. It is a combination of different exams, reporting, audit, ethics, finance, strategy, and so on. We are also going for CFA, Certified Financial Analyst, another US qualification. And finally, last but not the least, we are also offering OBU, BSc Honors in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University, United Kingdom as well, basically. So this is basically just a short overview of our portfolio, what we are currently offering to different students and professionals as well. And how we are offering? We are offering multiple areas. First of all, we are going for live online session. Like we are going for this type of orientation, we are having a live session. Apart from that, If you are unable to join for live session, it's fine. You can also watch our recordings. So second type is recorded session. Third type, that is basically group sessions as well. And fourth type is one-to-one session. Before discussing the group session, I will discuss one-to-one sessions as well. What is one-to-one session? One-to-one session mean, for example, if you think you want to join our session, but you need to discuss individually, like only a tutor and student should be a part of session. So in this way, just one tutor and one student will be available in the class. So that is called as one-to-one session. Now, coming back towards the group session, what is group session? Group session mean a combination, a group of people like 5, 10, or 15 students will be a part of our class. So we will be having a live session that will be recorded as well. But in group session, there will be a discussion of different students as well. So it's up to you how you want to join us basically. Live sessions, recorded session, one-to-one sessions, and group sessions as well basically. Just have a brief overview. I am your tutor. My name is Noman Yakat. I am an associate member of Chartered Accountant. Associate member, ICAEW member, because ACA also known as ICAEW, Institute of Chartered Accountant of England and Wales. I am an associate member since 2017. I am also a fellow member of ACCA known as FCCA. I got my membership in 2016, and then I'm also a fellow member from 2021. I am also an associate member of Pakistan Institute of Public Finance Accountants. I also hold business finance professional certification from UK as well. Moreover, I am also a registered mentor at Oxford Brookes University, United Kingdom. I have more than 10 years of teaching experience at different levels, different qualifications, and I have more than 8 years of industry experience, which includes telecommunication, FMCG, construction, and now services. And currently, I am also working as an assistant director, accounts and finance at a confidential company. I'm a tutor at different online forums and approved learning partners. And finally, last but not the least, I am also a faculty member at different learning institutions, including universities as well, basically. So, Alhamdulillah, that's a short introduction from my side. So, without any delay, straight away, I will be moving on to the contents of today's orientation. So, before discussing the qualification structure, if I talk about ICAEW, why? why you need to why you need to go for the ICAW, because let's say if you hold any professional qualification like ACCA, CMA, CIMA, or any other qualification or certification, so why you need to top up, why you need to go for ACA ICAW? Because ICAW provides you lot of advantages basically. First of all, it provides you global opportunities basically. Like for example, if you are in a particular country, like if you are in UAE or Saudi or in Pakistan or in any other country, and if you think you have to move toward another country, like you want to switch towards Canada, UK, or any other area or any other section or any other geographical component, then ICAW can provide you lot of opportunities, lot of networking opportunities, because ICAW has members across the world basically. ICAW members can also work at top levels of a company. You can be a CFO, finance director, financial controller within very less amount of time. Because the structure which is designed for ICAW is you have to qualify your exam, and before appearing in case study you need to meet out the experience requirements, basically whatever the requirements are. Sometime it is 2 years for members of a professional body, sometime it is for 3 years for different students, basically. So it varies depending on your professional qualification and your experience, basically. You will be having a lot of opportunities, networking, working opportunities. You can work at top level and you can also earn good returns on your qualification as well, basically. So there are a lot of advantages as compared to other professional qualification. I'm not degrading any of the other qualification. Simply I'm saying ICAW has an upper hand over other qualifications as well, basically. Now, let's talk about the qualification structure. What is the structure of ICAEW? Because this orientation is particularly focusing on advanced level exam, so we will be discussing only the advanced stage, advanced level, basically. For other levels, if you are interested, you can contact with our team members. They will reply you as early as possible. This is basically a structure of ICAEW. ICAEW has basically three levels. First of all, we have certificate level, which has 6 exams: accounting, management information, assurance, principles of taxation, law, and finally business, technology, and finance as well. Second level, that is professional level as well. Professional level also has 6 exams: financial accounting and reporting, financial management, audit and assurance, tax compliance, tax planning, and finally business strategy and technology as well, basically. In tax planning, you also have option. You can also go for tax planning. You can also go for taxation exam in insurance and as well as in banking as well. Again, we have 6 exams. In advanced level, which is our focus for today's discussion, that is the advanced level exams only. For certificate level and professional level, we will be having a separate orientation. And if you have any query, you can contact with our team members. And contact detail will be provided at the end of this orientation. In advanced level, we have 3 exams. First of all, we have corporate reporting or CR. Second, it is called as strategic business management, SPM. And finally, we have exam that is called as case study or CS, basically. If I talk about, let's say, if you are a member of ACCA or if you hold any other qualification or certification, or it is a combination of qualification and certification as well, it's quite possible you might be exempted from 6 exams of certificate level. You might also be exempted from 6 exams of professional level as well. It means these 12 exams could be exempted. These 12 exams could be exempted for you. These 12 exams could be exempted. And you just need to appear in 3 exams: corporate reporting, SBM, and case study. You just need to appear in 3 exams. And then when you meet your experience requirement, directly you can apply for membership, basically. You will be a member of ACA, ICAEW. So our today's orientation will be focusing on advanced level. And finally, what is the advice? An important area why I have included this in qualification structure, because I have observed this thing from last many years. Students are unsure for their paper combination, because if they think they have a limited amount of time or if they do not have proper guidance, so in which exam they have to appear, in which exams they have to appear in July, in which exams they have to appear in November. Either there is a first attempt or retake. There are a lot of areas, lot of points that you need to consider before you opt any paper. before you opt any exam. Papers combination plays a very important role. It can be a make or break strategy. Then next point is how you are going to study, because it has been observed there is a ample amount of knowledge in ICAEW. We cannot deny that. It's a very good thing, but how you have to read, how you have to absorb, and how you are going to revise all of this stuff just few days before your exam, it plays a very important role. And as a tutor, I believe it's my responsibility to guide you people how you can pass out your exams in less amount of time, probably in your first attempt. If you are going for a hard work, inshallah you will qualify. And then finally, exam tips and techniques basically. So exam tips and technique, study techniques, revision techniques, how you are going to use my notes, my slides, my recordings, each and everything. So I will guide you on every step basically. I will be sharing my details, WhatsApp number, email. So if you have any query, any problem, you can directly contact me. So this is basically an overview. This is basically a structured way. As I mentioned, we are going for advanced stage discussion. So that is basically the ICAEW advanced level. In advanced level, we have three exams. First exam is corporate reporting. Second exam is SBM, and third exam is CS or case study as well, basically. So what is the structure? What is the syllabus? What is the paper pattern of all of three exams? Let's start our discussion into next points, basically. First of all, let's talk about CR, corporate reporting. Corporate reporting exam, it is also known as CR. In short words, in abbreviation form, you can also call it CR. If we talk about the syllabus, the structure of corporate reporting exam, then in corporate reporting, we have three areas. First of all, we have reporting. It is approximately 55 to 65% of your syllabus. Please remember, I am talking about syllabus. So approximately 55 to 65% of your corporate reporting, your CR exam belongs to reporting side. In reporting, we have both IAS, International Accounting Standards, and we also has IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards, basically. Second, we have audit and assurance. 30 to 40% of your exam belongs with audit and assurance as well, basically. In audit and assurance, we have international standards of auditing, standards for review, prospective financial information, due diligence, and many other areas. So, in audit and assurance, we will be talking about basics as well as advanced audit and assurance as well. Advanced audit and assurance as well. If you have studied the advanced audit and assurance or not, or if you have studied IES or IFRS, or if you remember or you do not remember, you do not need to be worried out, because what designed, we have designed our course, we have recorded our session starting from the very basic standard, that is IAS 1, IAS 2, and then move on IAS 8, IAS 10, IAS 12, 16, and so on, basically. So you should not be worried, because what I have observed over the years, like sometime you have qualified many years ago, or if you do not remember the IES, IFRS, or audit, and students are sometimes worried. Even some professionals are worried as well. So you should not be worried, because we will provide you detailed guidance, recorded session, live session, comprehensive guidance with me and with my team members as well. And third portion, that is ethics. Approximately 5 to 10% of your syllabus belongs with ethics. Although it looks a very small number, 5 to 10%, but we should not ignore it. Why? Because we are going to be a chartered accountant. In fact, we should be an ethical accountant as well. So we should differentiate what is right, what is wrong, and how we have to behave basically. So it is very, very important that we pay attention towards ethics as well, because it will be a compulsory part of your exam. Now let's talk about the exam structure. What is the exam structure of corporate reporting? How many questions would be in your exam? There would be three questions in your exam. Question number one, question number two, and question number three as well, basically. Three questions. Question number one, question number two, and question number three. Question number one is approximately for 40 marks, and it includes your data analytics portion as well. What is data analytics? Data analytics, that is basically a software that is normally used for your professional skepticism, that is used for your analysis of company. When you have a lot of data, so how you are going to analyze that data as well. So in first question, our first requirement will be about data analytics and advanced information. What is data analytics? What is advanced information? We will be discussing just after one or two slides. Apart from that, we will be having discussion about reporting and audit as well, because we have to analyze, we have to use the software, we have to talk about data analytics. So again, in addition, what we have, that is reporting and audit section as well. When I will be talking about reporting, it can include IAS as well as IFRS or a combination of both of them. Question 2, that is 30 marks. It belongs with your reporting, with your audit, with your ethics as well. And question 3, approximately 30 marks. Again, it includes your reporting, your audit, and your ethics as well, basically. Apart from question 2 and 3, ethics could be tested in question 1 as well, basically. So these are approximate marks, basically. Why I am using the term approximately? Because sometime examiner mentioned that could be a question for 42 marks or 38 marks. So there could be a small variation in your marks as well. But your questions will be from these areas, what I have mentioned, and these are taken from the examiner's guidance as well, basically. So what corporate reporting exam includes basically? In corporate reporting, first of all, you have to go for your calculation. You must be good with your calculation. Calculating the numbers, different ratios, different adjustments, accounting and financial reporting treatments, and so on. Then journal preparation. Probably we go for journal preparation when we started our journey of accounting and finance, how you are going to prepare the journals, how you are going to show different adjustments, different calculations in your journals as well, basically. Then explanation as well. Explanation means you have to explain, numbers. Make numbers to talk. That is your explanation. That is your analysis, basically. And finally, we have auditing section as well, basically. So in auditing section, we will be talking about the audit risk. We will be talking about audit procedures, audit report, and so on. So these are skills, these are areas which are part of your corporate reporting exam, basically. Because sometimes students think when we use the term corporate reporting, so that is basically about just calculation. No, my dear, it includes calculation, journal preparation, explanation, interpretation, analysis, and finally we have auditing section as well. So advanced stage exams are basically your integrated exams as well, unlike any other exam of any other body. because in one question you will be having reporting, you will be having audit, you will be having ethics. So it prepares you for your real life scenarios. So do not be afraid, either they are integrated or whatever they are, because we are here for our best preparation. There are some new areas which you might not have studied in your earlier exams. Basically, we have integrated areas, we have integrated questions, we have analytical skill. We must be good with our analytical skills as well. Basically, analytical skills mean you have to apply your analysis, you have to apply the judgment as well. Basically, how good you are with your judgment, that is your analytical skill. Basically, that is your analytical skill, your judgment, professional skepticism. Basically, then we have to go for compliance. Compliance with IES and IFRS. Obviously, we have to comply with IES, IFRS, and ISAs as well, or any other rules or regulation what we have. And then finally, we have data analytics as well. Data analytics, that is a software for analyzing your data, analysis of your data as well, basically. So these are some new skills which you might not have studied in your earlier qualifications as well. What is data analytics? What is advanced information? Here I have summarized just few points. Data in data analytics, advanced information, that is basically a document which contains 11 months of data set, 11 months of information as well. As we know that normally our reporting period is for 12 months. Our reporting period is normally 12 months. In exam, we in before exam we will be having 11 months of information, that is called as advanced information, or it is known as AI. So we will be having 11 months of information before exam, and this advanced information is released 8 weeks before your real exam. In this advanced information, examiner will tell you about background of your company, your industry, some information, some scenario, some instances of your company, what examiner is going to ask in your real exam. So you will be having lot of information, having analysis, some mind, some judgment, and then for the 12th month, for the next month information, that will be provided to you in your real exam. Basically, so you will already have performed the analysis of 11 months with your preparation, and the 12th month information will be given to you in your real exam. So you will be using this information, and then you will be performing your analysis as well according to requirements of examiner. So sometimes students ask this question, why we have been provided with this advanced information? Why? Because if this advanced information is not provided to you, then it can consume a very huge amount of time, in fact a significant and material portion of your exam. Basically, so we also have to consider your exam timings, because exam is for 3.5 hours only. 3.5 hours for corporate reporting, 3.5 hours for SPM. So even you have 3.5 hours, so how you are going to read pages and pages for advanced information, get an understanding about the company, some industry, some scenario, some situation, perform analysis, and then link it with your real situation. It becomes a very challenging task. You also have to complete the other portion as well, basically. So in advanced information, you get some sort of familiarity, some idea, some basics how you have to move on. and then the actual information for 12th month is released in your exam hall basically. So with your some basic understanding, some skepticism, some judgment, you apply with the 12th month information and then you perform an analysis. That is in simple terms what I can tell you, because we will be having a lot of sessions on our data analytics, advanced information, exam software, how we have to use it basically. We will be having live as well as recorded sessions as well. In these sessions, I will tell you each and everything, each and every module of data analytics basically. Then we also go for data assimilation and visualization, how we can assimilate and visualize our data, how we can go for interpretation of data, and finally how we can make our some sort of conclusion. So all of these skills will be tested and will be discussed in our sessions as well basically. Second exam, coming towards the second exam, and that is SBM, strategic business management basically. Strategic business management, or SBM, that is basically a second exam of our ICAEW advanced level. If I talk about the syllabus structure, we have three areas, three sections in corporate reporting. First of all, we talked about the reporting. Secondly, we talked about assurance. And thirdly, we talked about the ethics. So these three areas are same as we have in corporate reporting, but we have two new areas. First of all, we have finance, and then last we have business analysis as well basically. Reporting side approximately 15 to 20%, assurance 10%, audit insurance, advanced audit 10% approximately, and ethics are approximately the 5% as well. And finance, that is approximately 25 to 35%. That is a new area. And business analysis approximately 30 to 40% basically. That is again a new area as compared to corporate reporting. So normally it is advised if you are appearing in July. So if you have time and if you can manage, then it is advisable to appear in corporate reporting as well as in your SPM if you are appearing in your July attempt. Why it is advised? Because you can see these three areas: ethics, assurance, and reporting. These areas are common. These are common areas because these are common areas. These are common areas in corporate reporting as well as in SPM. So if you are preparing for corporate reporting, at the same time, you are also preparing for the 25 to 30% of your SPM exam as well, basically. Next two areas, finance and business analysis, these are comparatively new areas that are not part of corporate reporting, but these are part of your SBM exam as well. In finance, we will be starting from the basics of finance, and then we will be moving towards the advanced models of valuation, risk management, foreign NPV, and so on, basically. If I talk about the exam structure for SBM, in SBM we have two questions. Question number 1 and question number 2 as well, basically. Question number 1 is approximately 55 to 65 marks, approximately. 55 to 65 marks for question number 1. Question number 1 contains areas from your business analysis and finance. And sometimes it might include the areas from costing as well. A very small portion from costing side as well. Question number 2, approximately 35 to 45 marks for question number 2. That includes your business analysis and finance. But it also includes element of reporting and auditing as well, basically. That's for sure. It will include your reporting and auditing section as well. Question number one might also include, but normally what is observed, question number two includes your reporting and auditing section as well. Ethics, that is in middle of this slide, it could be a part of question one, it could be a part of question two, or it might be a part of both of these questions. But that's for sure, ethics will be part of your exam. It's not like the case ethics will not be tested. Ethics will be tested, will be part of your exam, but it could be a part of any question, or it could be a part of all of the questions of your exam, basically. If I talk about some key skills, what are essential, what is required for your SBM exam? If you want to qualify your SBM exam, then you have these four skills. First of all, you must be good with your financial and business analysis as well. Financial analysis and business analysis. Financial analysis are financial analysis. Sometimes people think it is just basically about calculation of some basic ratios of profitability, liquidity, gearing, working capital. No, it includes these ratios, but you are at the final stage, final level, that is advanced level of ICAEW. So it includes many other aspects as well, different types, different forms of data as well, different models what we have to use. So financial analysis, business analysis, international investment appraisal, valuation techniques, business valuation, risk management, option swaps, and many other areas what we have to cover. Then secondly, we have to talk about commercial, how you can think from commercial point of view, how you can think about. Then third, you must be good with your applying judgment. Yes, because just think about, you are a CFO, finance director, CEO, or a very reputed position of any company, and then you have to make some decision. You have to take some good decisions as well, sound decisions, considering the dynamic environment as well. And finally, last but not the least, business recommendations as well. So you have to go for, you have to apply, you have to provide some good business recommendation. And these recommendations should be practical. Recommendation should be practical as well. You can apply them. These should be applicable. These should be applicable to the company as well. I just simply say one word. Would you pay for that advice? Let's say if you have provided an advice in your exam to your client, to your company, that is fine. Just think one point, one consideration. Let's say, assume you are a client and you have come to a firm or a chartered accountant or another company, and you pay for, let's suppose, you pay XYZ dollars. So do you think if the next company has provided you a similar advice, do you think you have to pay for that advice? Do you think it is worthwhile? It is value for money advice or not? Just think about this point. Because what has been observed, students are, unfortunately, they are poor in applying judgment, giving conclusions, and formulation of business recommendations as well. That's why I just say one thing, would you pay for that advice? If someone else has given you a similar advice, so do you think in practical you have to pay for that advice? Is it worthwhile? Is it good value for money or not? Just think about. If you can think about this point, then it can clear a lot of confusion. It can improve your analysis because now you have to think from a very good point of view. If I take some basic examples, some key examples of SBM, how you have to provide an advice or what could be some possible areas. For example, if you have to launch a new product, if you have three products but you think you have to launch another product, so how you have to go for, we will discuss, we will tell you different points. Selling a division, selling a business, how you can be a good person, how you can be a good advisor as well. Expanding into a new territory. If you have a business in three countries, but you think you have to expand into another country as well. So, what are the points? What are the sections? What are the areas that you need to focus on? Your supply chain, your finance, your risk management, analysis of internal environment as well as external environment as well. So we will discuss lot of points, lot of model. Another example, last but not the least, that is acquisition of further stakes. Let's say currently you hold 58% of a company, but you think you need to add on further 20%. So how you think? What are the points you need to go for? What will be accounting and reporting treatment according to IAS and IFRS? What about finances? How funds will be managed for this acquisition, this 20%? Either it will be a loan, it will be an equity, IPO, angel financing, or what you need to go for. You need to consider, or it could be a combination of different areas. So you need to think about. So these are some basic examples of SBM, basically how your SBM exam is going to be. What sort of advice you need to provide. And these are some new areas, pretty new areas you might not have studied. Like for example, in earlier studies we talk about IRR, internal rate of return, but here we also talk about modified IRR, that is advanced level. Further integration of factors, basically we talk about NPV, net present value, but here we talk about foreign NPV as well. If you have international investment, if you have international projects as well, if you have different currencies, then what you have to do, how you have to calculate the NPV. For example, your one project is in UK, second project is in USA. How you are going to work it out? How you are going to use the forex? How you are going to use the FX rates, basically. Then next talk about business reconstructions, basically re-engineering, reconstruction, multilateral netting, basically how you can go for these areas, how you can go for netting off in different currencies. And finally, last but not the least, business valuation techniques, FCF, DCF, asset base, and many other areas. So these are some pretty new areas what I believe in your SBM exam as compared to other exams, other areas as well. So this slide basically shows corporate reporting and SBM. These areas, these have some overlapping areas. These are overlapping areas as well. Some similarities as we discussed. Finally, we have last exam, that is case study, basically. Case study is basically the final exam. Case study is a final exam of ICAEW. When you appear in case study and you will qualify, then you can apply for membership. If you meet the other requirements of experience and so on, then you can apply for the membership directly as well, basically. We will be having a very short overview of case study because case study is a unique exam as compared to other exams or advanced level. So session for case study will be started later on. Therefore, a separate orientation for case study will be held. Case study, if I just tell you in a very short form, that is a report writing exam. In your exam, you have to write a report. Case study is a skill based exam that talks about your skills, analysis, judgment, conclusion, recommendation. That is your skill based exam. In case study, we do not talk about technical knowledge. We do not talk about IES. We do not talk about IFRS. We do not talk about business valuation or risk management, complex techniques, complex areas. No, it is just basically your skill based exam. Again, it includes the advanced information, but the advanced information of case study that is entirely different as compared to our corporate reporting exam as well. In case study, basically we talk about these areas. Our first requirement is financial analysis. Second requirement is financial data analysis. And third requirement is basically business analysis as well. And last, that is what we have executive summary. Executive summary is basically a summary of above 1 to 3 requirements basically. So what you are going to write in first 3 requirements, you are going to produce a brief concise summary that is called as executive summary. So that is basically our case study exam. As I mentioned, we will be having a separate orientation for case study because this is purely for corporate reporting and SPM. Now let's talk about some of the reasons why students fail these exams basically. Why students fail? What you think about? Just take a very small pause and think, and please comment some of the reasons in my chat box. Why you think why students fail these exams? There are many reasons why students fail these exams. First of all, inability to retain technical areas. Because it has been observed in ICAEW advanced level, we have lot of technical areas that we have to deal with. So how you are going to read them, retain them, revise them, make practice for those areas, technical areas, integrated questions, integrated areas. That plays a very, very important role. So it has been observed most of the students who fail, these are some of the common reasons. Inability, poor demonstration of skills basically. Students are unable to apply their analysis, their judgment, conclusion, recommendation, a good analysis. Another reason is trying to get the perfect answer. No, because we have limited time. We have 3.5 hours. If you think you are going to perfect for every calculation, for every point, so that might be a sorry because it might not be possible. We have limited time. We have limited areas, limited resources. When examiner produces the solution, examining team has lot of resources. Examiner has a team, a complete team, known as examination team. Lot of people we have in examination team. Ample amount of time, but we have just 3.5 hours. So why we are going for the perfect answer? On the other hand, it's not like you just have to write and you should not be worried what is right or wrong. No, we have to be careful, but we should not be stuck. We should not be stuck at any point. We should not be stuck. Lack of knowledge, lack of technical knowledge basically. Yes, if you just possess the basic knowledge and you do not have technical knowledge, then it might be difficult for you. For example, complex business acquisition or disposals, financial instruments, financial instruments basically. IFRS 15 revenue, 16 leases, IAS 12 deferred tax, and many other areas what we have. So we have to be careful. We have to revise. We have to learn each and every concept basically. Some more reasons: vague writing expression. Yes, because writing expression sometimes it is not good because people think and they just write. They think, but they do not think in a professional manner. They do not think from a good perspective, from a chartered accountant perspective as well. Poor time management. Yes, because if you do not practice, then it is going to create some sort of problems. Again, why I have mentioned this point two times, just because you should not be going for a perfect answer. Please, it's my request. Go for a well balanced answer. We have to go for well balanced answer. No feedback from a tutor because people think they read, revise, and they write, and then you simply look at the answer of examiner at the back side of their question bank or past paper. But they do not get feedback from a tutor as well because they do not know it's a technical exam, integrated exam, how much you have to write because it's a different exam, integrated section, reporting, audit, finance, business analysis. So how you have to write basically. So tutor is going to help you out what sort of points you need to mention in your write-up so you can qualify basically. How you have to manage your time, how you have to read out your requirement. Because in ICAW, we do not have marks for every single requirement. We have marks just for the whole question. Like for example, in corporate reporting, we have first question that is for 40 marks. Let's say we have four or five sub requirements of that question. Examiner is not going to tell you how many marks will belong with your data analytics, reporting, audit, procedures, or ethics. No, examiner will not differentiate. Examiner will not mention the marks. So, how you are going to analyze? That is your judgment. That is what you learn from your tutor as well. So, apart from those reasons, how we are going to study and how we have studied in the past as well. Because I am teaching to ICAEW from 2014, teaching to ICAEW from 2014 as well. At that time, I qualified my very first exam that was business reporting. At that time, that was the business reporting and business change. Now they have been converted into corporate reporting and strategic business management as well. When I appeared in my business reporting exam, at that time, I also studied the international taxation, which is not a part of this advanced level. It has been moved to professional level as well. So I qualified my very first exam of business reporting. I was an affiliate of ACCA, was working with a good multinational company. So I started my teaching for ICAW, and I was teaching business reporting exam and corporate reporting in 2014. And then I qualified 2014 in my next exam, second advanced level exam. So that is basically exam preparation. We are going to study, we are going to practice. Practice includes again both class-based assignments and home-based assignments, and then we are going to provide you the feedback as well, detailed, comprehensive feedback. At the end, I will also share how I'm going to provide you the feedback. So this is what we have. We are going for a targeted, we are going for a focused preparation with our resources, with our limited time basically. Because I know most of the people who join at advanced level, they are having with some sort of job, some sort of training, some sort of articles. So lot of busy schedule. So considering each and everything, I have developed a lot of resources. How we are going to study? As I mentioned, we have live, online, and recorded session. We have assignments of two type: class-based assignments and home-based assignments as well. In class-based assignment, for example, we have discussed the topic. So I will be taking up one question. I will explain, discuss, and then for the next question, students will participate. They will be speaking. Like I am speaking in this orientation, students will be speaking. They will be allowed to use their mic as well. So that will be a good discussion. Class-based assignments as well as home-based assignments as well. So some assignment will be given to you and you have to submit before the next session. I will review and then provide you the feedback. Comprehensive sessions. Apart from live and detailed session, we will be having revision sessions as well. I will provide you the notes. I will also provide you the slides as well. That will be in line with the ICAEW and examiner's requirement. Then we have evaluation and feedback on your assignments as well. Comprehensive feedback. What are your good areas? What are your weak areas? And how we have to improve those areas as well. We will be having our exam software practice because ICW exams are on a software, exam software. So we will be having exam software practice. Question bank and past papers practice as well. We practice from both areas, from question bank of ICAEW and also from the past papers as well, basically. Sorry, that is mistakenly, that is 2025. Latest study material will be provided to you. And finally, there will be mock exams and feedback, basically. Our exams for July will be our exams will be in third week of July. Our syllabus will be completed from first or second week of June, maximum by second week of June. Then we will be having a revision session and our mock exam, our past papers practice, past papers practice as well. So if we finish by maximum by second week of June, so we have more than 1 month to go for our revision, to go for discussion of our technical areas, our confusion, question and answer sessions as well, mock exams, past papers, practice, feedback. So I believe that is going to be a very good schedule. That is what I have followed in past few years, and that have worked very well. Apart from that, if you people have any suggestion, then please share with me. Now let's talk about the pass rates. What are the pass rates? Pass rates are quite amazing, but the important thing is you need to work very, very hard. These are the pass rates from last 4 attempts basically. November 24, November 23, July 24, and July 23. CR, corporate reporting, SBM, strategic business management, and case study, that is CS. 78.9, 83, 82 approximately. So, and maximum, that is 88.5, and minimum, that is 78.9. So average out, if I talk about, then that is more than 80%. That is more than 80% passing rate. But the important thing is basically, and these pass rates are taken from ICAEW website. But important thing is you need to work very hard. If you work very hard, if you possess good skills, get some sort of feedback, and you could be a good candidate, and your result will be included in these areas as well. Now coming towards the final few slides, let's talk about the tutor's feedback, how I am going to provide you the feedback basically. That is a question. Due to confidentiality reasons, I cannot share the name of that student, but I can share with the permission of my student. I am sharing this. That is what one of my students shared with some grammatical issues, some technical areas, like for example, that was the question of acquisition, Razak PLC, and student mentioned when the control is achieved. What do you mean by when the control is achieved? In exam, examiner will mention you specifically at what date you are getting more share, so your percentage is more than 50%. Because we know when our holding is more than 50%, it means we are getting our control. So examiner will tell you, examiner will not make things in a journal format. Everything will be specific. So why you are saying when the control is achieved? So you should mention at what date you have achieved the control. That was the mistake. And some discussion, generic discussion, fair value and CI fair value, so on. No, specific discussion. Where are the figures? Where are the calculation? Where are my workings basically? What about intragroup loan? What about the figure? You are saying the increase in fair value. How much increase in fair value of property held by Oslin? If there is an increase in fair value of property of Oslin, so there must be some sort of figure like 0.5 million, 1 million, $200,000, or whatever the amount is. You have to be specific because this is what student believe that he or she has produced a perfect answer. But when I reviewed, I mentioned that these are the mistake and these are technical areas. You have to be specific and not to be general, because when I will be comparing this answer as a student, I will be saying, okay, that is my right answer, that is my good calculation. I have included, I have made lot of explanations, so I will pass. I believe, I wish you could pass, but you have to consider the skills that are required for ICAEW exam. And this is something very, very important. These are technical areas that you cannot assess without proper guidance. So please be very careful. This is just a very simple and short feedback that I shared. Lastly, thank you very much for joining me and for listening me. And these are the contact details. These are the contact details of our program, our team members. You can reach out. This is the WhatsApp number. This is my email. This is the email of our institute. And this is our Facebook page, Accountancy and Finance Training Center. Once again, I thank all of you. I am grateful that you joined me. Now it's time to say goodbye. Before finishing this orientation, I will be having a question and answer session as well. If you have any question, please let me know. I will be answering to your question. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Sir, my question is the exam will be based on the software based or like on the Excel. So kindly explain like this.
When we talk about exam, is basically exam includes two sections. One is word processing area, where you will write each and everything, and second is spreadsheet area. Spreadsheet area means like your Excel sheets. In Excel sheets, you will perform the calculation and then you will make a copy of that calculation and you will paste those calculations in your word processing area. Because only word processing area will be visible to examiner. So any calculation or working what you go for in your spreadsheet area, you will be required to paste it in your word processing. So each and everything would be in word processing side. First thing. Second thing is basically that is a software from ICAEW. That's a particular software, obviously, and that is available both in live form as well as in offline form as well. So when we will be having our session, so we will be using the software of ICAEW, and I will tell you, I will teach you that software, what is the functionality of that software, what are the different functions, how we have to use them. So each and everything will be a part of our session that is software training sessions as well. And then we will be going for data analytics and advanced information. That is complete guidance about how you are going to be tested for your exams of ICAEW.
Sir, I get your answer. You mean that our for our rough work we will use the Excel spreadsheet and then we will copy the answer to the ICAW provided word processing area. You mean that?
Yes, excellent. Yes, same thing.
And sir, one more question. You will provide the recorded lectures to us, and then in the week we will have a question answer session, or in the live classes we will have.
Because our session are for many hours. So what I have previously, we had just live session, but due to different schedule, like for example, you are from currently from the UAE, there are some students who are from the Saudi Arabia, from South Africa, Zimbabwe. So we have timing differences as well. So what we have done, I try my best to plan our session according to availability of my schedule and all of the students, but sometime it may not be possible. So what we go for, what we have in last few years, I went for the recordings. So like for example, I was having this orientation in live mode. So what I have done from IES 1 to the very last topic of ICAW, I have recorded each and everything. Past paper, practice session, each and everything is in recording form. But just to give you the more advantage, we also go for at least one or two for two sessions per week basically. In these sessions we will go for question answers from all of you students who are going to part of our family of AFTC family. Second, we will be also going for the practice questions, some more questions, some technical areas, some additional questions as well. For example, you have watched a recording, but you think you need more explanation, or apart from recording, you say that I want you to help me in this particular question as well. So, or another possibility, I can choose some more questions, some additional practice questions as well. So we will be discussing. So it will be a combination of question and answer session, your queries, your issues, and some additional practice questions as well. And there will be some more live sessions. For example, for ICAW exam software, we will be having the live session as well as recorded session. For data analytics, for advanced information, for practice areas, we will be having both live as well as our recorded sessions as well, just to facilitate you people.
Perfect, sir. And thank you very much. That's all from my side, the questions.
Thank you. If you have any other question, you can ask. Okay, we have another question. When your new session to start? We are starting our session from the next week. Today we had orientation and our session will start. Just give me a minute to see the schedule. Our first live session will be held on 2nd of February basically. In 2nd of February. On 2nd of February, we will be having our first live session basically. Regarding the timings, you can share the details, you can send up a text, and then we will share complete schedule and our class times as well basically. I joined late. If you can provide summary of the 2 days meeting, yes, definitely. Please send us a message on WhatsApp. We will share this complete recording with you. Yes, my team will share the contact number. Team members, please send the WhatsApp detail. We have next question from Sir Walaikum Salam Race. Sir, are there two areas in corporate reporting, audit and reporting? Is these two areas will be covered separately, or when we are covering reporting and audit, area will be covered? Amresh, thank you for your question. Majorly, we have audit and reporting, and we have very small portion of ethics as well. Obviously, we will cover these two areas separately. We will cover the reporting side as well as we will also cover the audit section as well, basically. So each and everything will be covered. Initially, they will be covered separately, and then they will be covered in integrated form as well. Initially, separately, once we have discussed separately, then we will be going for the integration, how we can relate these two areas as well, basically. We have another question from Amrez. Sir, what you recommend as recording or live session as most students doing job on the stage and have very limited time? Amrez, first of all, if you can attend the live session, that is good. But due to any reason, if you cannot attend the live session, you can go for the recordings, because recordings will be available to you and you can access them till your exam day. So there is no issue. That would be the same thing. Only the difference is that in live session you can participate, you can interact with your group members. That is the major benefit. Otherwise, if you just go for the recording and if you have any confusion after watching the recording, I believe there will not be any confusion. But if there are some question, you can directly send a WhatsApp, you can drop an email, so we will reply you as early as possible. I can completely understand that everyone is getting busy with their schedule, with job, each and every aspect. So that's why recordings are provided to you. Complete and comprehensive recordings, notes, slide, each and everything will be there for you people. Thank you. If there is any other question, any point, please let me know. Sorry, I just forgot to share one thing. Just a sample of our notes. Just give me a minute. These are some sample slides or notes, whatever you can say. That is chapter number 2, strategic choices of SPM. Contents, strategic choices, strategy, differentiation strategy, focus strategy, some notes, a glimpse of some of the sample notes. And these comprehensive notes, slides will be shared with those students who are going to join us for our complete sessions as well. Because sometimes students also ask for like purchase of these notes. I say sorry, because these are the right to just those students who join us. I will be sharing these notes. You can study them online. You can download them. You can print out them. But please do not share with anyone else, because it is my copyright. Same thing for the corporate reporting and for the case study as well. Is there any other question? Please let me know. If there is no question, then we can close this session. So our live session would be on 2nd February. That will be on 2nd February 2025. That is the next Sunday. Recording timings, they will be communicated to all of you. Thank you all of you for joining. I wish you good luck to complete your journey of ACA ICAEW. And I will be grateful if I can assist you people. Thank you. Have a good day.